Hi, it's Ruby. Today we're back with our day 3 and day 4 cruise review video from our 7-day Halloween on the High Seas cruise to the Caribbean. We started off the day heading to our shore excursion in Cozumel. Cozumel, Mexico is a popular Caribbean destination known for its stunning natural beauty and vibrant underwater world. We visited the Mayan Cocoa Company in Cozumel, Mexico, which offers a unique chocolate making experience where visitors can witness the traditional process of turning cocoa beans into delicious chocolate. I will say if you do this excursion, make sure you bring bug spray. There was so many bugs and that was a bit overwhelming for us, but if you want to do an organized excursion through the cruise line, this is an option. After taking a nice shower, we headed back to Cove Cafe and had our afternoon coffee. I've mentioned in previous videos that you can get free appetizers or hors d'oeuvres in Cove Cafe, and my favorite thing is the scones and then also the Rice Krispie treats. They are delicious and they are free. They are already included in what you've paid for in the cruise pricing, so keep that in mind if you want to have maybe just some ambiance change and sit there and enjoy a coffee, or maybe just sit there and enjoy the free appetizers. I love it. And then also looking around, you're going to find a ton of Disney Easter eggs and a lot of tributes to Walt Disney and his family throughout that space. This is also the place where you can get character coffee. So they will put a Disney character on your coffee. Usually they have a book and you can pick from it, or you can ask them to surprise you and they'll put something either Halloween specific or maybe just your favorite character. I definitely loved this. Our machine was down during the time, so it was kind of hit or miss, but we were able to get this pumpkin and then also Jack Sparrow, which was really awesome. And the coffee is priced pretty well as well. There is an adults only portion of the cruise, but sometimes during the day they will have events or some family friendly things that you can do in those spaces. So we did hit up the Skyline Lounge and we did some arts and crafts. It was really fun, and I did love the fact that they had a lot of Halloween specific arts and crafts. Definitely a thing you can enjoy, and then also it's kind of nice to just see those bars or lounges when they're not super busy, and then also when they're not specific to adult only. Now this was a Halloween on the High Seas cruise, and it was really awesome to be able to see some of our favorite characters in their Halloween costumes. So the Sanderson sisters, that's what Minnie, Daisy, and Clarabelle dressed up for Halloween, and it was just so awesome to see this. You could not pre-book this ahead of time. You had to go at a specific time and wait, and I would definitely recommend getting there like 20 minutes early because it was a super sold out event, if you will, and people were waiting and the lines were long, but it was totally worth it, and we got some really awesome pictures. Keep in mind that this is not necessarily going to be every day of the cruise, so when you see it available, try to get to it as soon as you can. Now, an unexpected favorite on this cruise was Disney's Midship Detective Agency. So Kermit, Miss Piggy, Fozzie, Gonzo, Animal, and so many other Muppets are preparing to stage a headline performance. But there's an issue. One of their props has been stolen. So what you'll do is you'll play this game, you'll go through a boat, and you'll find different props and different clues. We absolutely loved doing this game. It was super fun, and just something to do in the evening after dinner or even before. The kids could also enjoy it, so highly recommend doing this. Make sure you put time aside, and it can definitely be fun for the whole family. I'm going to insert some shots of the boat that we saw as we walked around, and then we're going to follow up with dinner at the Enchanted Garden. Talk to you soon. Dinner in the Enchanted Garden was really good. The food was delicious. Visually, it was okay. I wasn't super impressed with it visually, but it was good. Yeah, enjoy the ice cream sundaes. Whenever you're on the cruise ship, make sure you get the ice cream sundaes. They rotate and they're always delicious. definitely recap is to bring bug spray if you're going to Cozumel and doing the tequila tasting. But it's really fun, so you'll enjoy it. Just make sure you have your spray for mosquitoes. And other than that, walk around, see the crafts, enjoy your time.
Do you remember? I told you if we dance in the blizzard, we are not getting cold. So keep on dancing, baby.
All right, well, it is day 4 of our 7-day cruise, and we stopped off at the Grand Cayman Island, but I decided to make it a day at sea instead of actually getting off of the boat because I just wanted to relax and be with the kids. And one of the really amazing things that you can do at certain times on the boat is you can go into the kids club and see what your kids are up to, as well as visit yourself. And I cannot tell you how amazing the kids club is on a Disney cruise. It's like they pull out a piece of Disneyland or Disney World, only the best parts, and put it on the cruise ship. Each kids club is different, so definitely check ahead to see what is going to be featured. But essentially, you're going to have a Marvel area, and this area will actually feature Marvel characters throughout the cruise. Usually the app or the schedule will tell you when the meet and greets are, and sometimes it's a surprise for the little ones. We were able to see Doctor Strange on this cruise, as well as Thor, so that was really amazing. They usually also have a Star Wars specific section, and again, depending on the cruise, that might be more elaborate than the Marvel section. On this cruise, the Marvel section was absolutely amazing, and on past cruises, I would say it's probably a 50-50 split between the Star Wars and the Marvel area. They're also going to have a fairy tale area, so just take your time, explore, and really enjoy the cruise ship. I'll let you see all the things that we saw, including the really great Toy Story area. Let me know in the comments what your favorite part was. Well, I hope you guys are enjoying this walkthrough of the Oceaneer Club and the Oceaneer Lab. I did want to spend a little bit of time talking about how you can register your little one for this location. So you're going to do your early check-in. Usually it's like 30 to 60 days before the cruise date. Depending on your status with the cruise line, it might vary. But when you register, you're going to fill out information about your little one and also insert a picture. And then when you check in at the boat or the cruise ship the day of embarkation, you're going to go to the kids club and they are going to ask some additional questions and you'll be given a wristband. Now, sometimes I've gotten the wristband before I got on the boat, and sometimes I've gotten it when I got on the boat. So it kind of varies, but you're going to get the wristband, and it's really nice because you're able to actually track your child while they're on the boat as well as in the kids club. So when you call or when you come to drop them off or pick them up and you're looking for them, they are able to see exactly where your little one is, and then they will send for your little one. You will need to have a password as well as promote or give access to certain people in your group, and they are very strict about this, which is a good thing. So make sure you know who from your party will be able to pick up and drop off the kids and have that information available during check-in. I also want to note that you do have to return the wristband and you will get charged if you lose it or if you decide to keep it. So make sure you keep that close and make sure the kids don't lose it or try to take it off. That concludes our tour of the kids club. So next, let's head upstairs and check out Sweet on You, the ice cream shop on deck 11. Sweet on You is located right after you leave Cabanas, the buffet, and it is such a cute little shop. It kind of feels like you're either in downtown Disney or Disney Springs when you walk into this shop. They have a lot of sweets that are similar to what you would get in those areas or even in the parks themselves on Main Street. And there's plenty of pastries and delicious ice cream that you can pick from when you're in the shop. I will say one thing that surprised me a bit was, like I mentioned, we were on the Halloween on the High Seas cruise, and I did not see any Halloween treats that were available to purchase. Now, keep in mind, this is day 4 of our cruise, so on day 4, I did see that they were making the Halloween treats. I'll show you a little close-up, but they're in the back there. But I couldn't actually buy it. They said that it wasn't ready. So that surprised me. It felt like a missed opportunity to really have the Halloween-themed food and snacks available. I mean, everything else was still really good, so we had a good time there, but it is interesting. Another thing I want to note is this is an added cost, so you will see additional charges and pricing available if you're looking at something specific, but it was a bit cheaper than, like I said, comparative to the park. It is a little bit cheaper than the park, but it is an additional cost if you do choose to partake at Sweet on You. I'm going to let you just look at some of the other things that we filmed in Sweet on You, but shortly we will be talking about Pirates Night. So this was Pirates Night on the cruise ship. We got some really good content to show you shortly, so just hold on a few minutes and we will talk about what we saw and what we did on Pirates Night. Mickey's Pirates in the Caribbean is a themed night that I absolutely love, and you will get it on any of the Disney cruises unless it's like one day. And even then, I've heard of them having the Pirates night as the main night, but you're always going to have it. It's going to be one day. It's not specific to a Halloween on the High Seas cruise. It's always going to be there, and you're usually going to have, just so you know, 2 formal nights depending on the days at sea. So we were 7, so we had 2 formal nights, and then we had Pirates in the Caribbean. So they will have themed pirate everything. You'll even get a handkerchief with Mickey is a pirate in your room, and you'll get several, so you can wear that for Pirates Night. And you're going to have the themed dinner in whatever restaurant you're in. So we were in the Enchanted Gardens, we did have the themed dinner, and then they're gonna have a deck party outside, and that's gonna be followed by a pirate specific buffet. Super amazing, and we had a blast. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little snippet from Pirates Night. Just a fun fact, we always dress up like Peter Pan or Wendy. I dressed up as Wendy this year, and I had my little crocodile baby, as well as Captain Hook and Peter Pan in my crew. But it's just a fun thing to do. If you want to dress up, definitely bring costumes. And since it's a Halloween on the High Seas cruise, there's always going to be more costumes to wear, and everybody just really gets into it. We had an absolute blast. Well, that's all I had today for the day 3, day 4 recap. I hope you enjoyed watching everything. And, if you like my content, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And follow us on YouTube as well as Instagram. We do this every week. And we also update you on our Instagram on our day-to-day things that we're doing with our family. We like to do travel here. We like to do vlogs, and we like to do voiceovers. So, yeah, come join the party. Check in on us. And we just thank you so much for watching and sharing this video and liking it. Have a great rest of your night. Talk to you later. Bye.